As the Premier League season races toward its conclusion, the battle for UEFA Champions League qualification intensifies, with several clubs jockeying for position in the coveted top 5. With only a handful of matches remaining, every point is critical as teams look to secure their places in next season's European competition. Recent performances have shifted the dynamics of the race, making the fight for Champions League spots one of the season's most thrilling storylines. Currently, Nottingham Forest leads the charge for a Champions League berth, sitting in third place with 57 points. However, their position is precarious as they are closely pursued by Newcastle United, Manchester City, Chelsea and Aston Villa, all within striking distance. The recent struggles of clubs like Fulham and Brighton have opened the door for these teams to capitalise on their missteps. Nottingham Forest's upcoming fixtures, including a pivotal match against Tottenham Hotspur on April 21 and crucial home games against Crystal Palace and Leicester City, could determine their fate. Manager Nuno Espirito Santo expressed confidence, stating, "We feel good about our home fixtures and we believe we can secure the points needed to stay in contention." Newcastle United, currently in fourth place with 56 points, faces a challenging schedule as they prepare to host Crystal Palace and visit Aston Villa in the coming weeks. These matches are particularly daunting given the competitive nature of the league. Their manager acknowledged the difficulty, emphasizing, "Every match is crucial and we must approach each game with the mindset that we're fighting for our Champions League spot." Manchester City, in fifth place with 55 points, has a favorable run of fixtures, including a home match against Aston Villa, which could be pivotal in their quest for Champions League qualification. Pep Guardiola's side is determined to reclaim their position among Europe's elite, and their schedule allows them the opportunity to do just that. Guardiola remarked, "We know the stakes are high, but we have the quality to overcome the challenges ahead." Chelsea and Aston Villa are both poised just outside the top 5 with 54 and 54 points respectively. Chelsea's upcoming matches against Fulham and Liverpool will be critical as they attempt to regain form after a rocky stretch. Meanwhile, Aston Villa is balancing aspirations in both the Champions League and FA Cup, which complicates their pursuit of a top 4 finish. Unai Emery, the Villa manager, noted, "Competing on multiple fronts is a challenge, but we have the depth to handle it." The current standings reflect the fierce competition, with Liverpool leading the pack with 92 points and Arsenal not far behind at 77 points. Predictions for the final standings suggest that teams will need to accumulate as many points as possible in the coming weeks to ensure their place in the Champions League. Analysts predict that the fight for the remaining spots will come down to the wire, with several teams likely to be separated by just a few points. As the season approaches its climax, the excitement surrounding the Champions League qualification race is palpable. Fans of the Premier League will be eagerly watching as each match unfolds, knowing that the outcomes will have significant implications not only for the clubs involved but also for the prestige of English football on the European stage. With the final matches looming, the stakes couldn't be higher. And the next few weeks promise to deliver thrilling football as teams strive for glory. As the Premier League season enters its final stretch, the race for European qualification has intensified, particularly for the coveted UEFA Champions League spots. With just a handful of matches remaining, teams are not only vying for a top 4 finish but also for a potential 5th spot, thanks to the recent success of English clubs in European competitions. The stakes are high, and for clubs like Nottingham Forest, Newcastle United and Chelsea, every point counts as they aim to secure their place in next season's elite tournaments. Liverpool currently leads the Premier League with 76 points, followed by Arsenal at 63. Nottingham Forest sits in third place with 57 points, while Newcastle United and Manchester City are closely trailing with 56 and 55 points respectively. Chelsea rounds out the top 6 with 54 points, showcasing the fierce competition among the top-tier clubs. Notably, teams like Aston Villa, Fulham and Brighton remain in the hunt for European qualification, indicating the depth of talent in the league. The recent victory of Arsenal over Real Madrid has further complicated the top 4 race, opening up the possibility for a 5th Champions League spot. This development is particularly significant for clubs like Nottingham Forest, which now sees a clearer path to Europe's most prestigious competition. "With the addition of a fifth spot, we believe we have a genuine chance to qualify," said Nottingham Forest's manager, reflecting the optimistic sentiment among clubs hoping to capitalize on this opportunity. As teams prepare for their upcoming fixtures, the schedule is crucial for those in contention. Nottingham Forest, for instance, faces a favourable run with matches against Tottenham Hotspur and Crystal Palace on the horizon. Meanwhile, Newcastle, fresh off their Carabao Cup victory, looks poised to qualify for the Champions League, which would cap an impressive season. Their next matches against Crystal Palace and Chelsea will be critical to maintaining their momentum. Manchester City, with Pep Guardiola at the helm, remains focused on both the Champions League and the FA Cup. The absence of star striker Erling Haaland has raised concerns, but the team's depth and experience make them heavy favourites in their upcoming matches against Everton and Aston Villa. Chelsea, battling to secure a European spot through the league, faces a daunting schedule that includes clashes with Fulham, Liverpool and Manchester United. After a recent draw against Ipswich Town, the pressure is mounting on them to deliver crucial points in these high-stakes encounters. "We need to turn these draws into wins if we want to achieve our goals," stated Chelsea's captain, underlining the urgency of their situation. Aston Villa, still competing in the Champions League, will shift their focus to league qualification if they are eliminated by Paris Saint-Germain. Their upcoming matches against Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur could be decisive in determining their European fate. Similarly, Fulham's surprising performance has kept them in the mix, particularly after handing Liverpool one of their only 2 losses this season. Brighton, while currently 6 points adrift of the top 5, must string together positive results to remain in contention. Their upcoming fixtures against Brentford, West Ham and Newcastle will be pivotal, especially with the need for assistance from teams above them. The race for European qualification in the Premier League is a complex and captivating narrative, with various clubs in contention for spots in the Champions League, Europa League and Conference League. As teams navigate their final matches, the outcomes will shape not only their seasons but also their financial futures and reputations on the continental stage. With just weeks remaining in the season, fans can expect an exhilarating finish as clubs strive to secure their place in the footballing elite. Looking ahead, the implications of this season's results will undoubtedly influence transfer strategies and managerial decisions as teams prepare for the challenges of the 2025-26 season. In a thrilling display of football, the Serie A clash between Lazio and Roma unfolded, with both teams locked in a fierce battle, ultimately ending in a goalless draw. This much-anticipated derby, held on April 13, 2025, showcased the intensity and passion characteristic of one of Italy's most storied rivalries. As the players took to the pitch, the stakes were high, not just for local pride but also for crucial points in the race for European qualification. The first half was marked by a series of missed opportunities and defensive fortitude. Lazio's Gustav Isaacson emerged as a key player, making several attempts on goal, including a notable shot that was saved in the top corner. Despite his efforts, the scoreboard remained unchanged at halftime, with both teams unable to find the back of the net. The match statistics reflected a balance of power. Lazio had 11 attempts with 4 on target, while Roma countered with 9 attempts, securing 3 on target. This evenly matched contest kept fans on the edge of their seats, highlighting the tactical prowess of both coaches. As the match progressed, the tension mounted, with several yellow cards issued as players jostled for advantage. Notably, Lazio's Mattia Zaccagni and Isaacson were cautioned, as was Roma's Leandro Paredes, indicating the high stakes and physical nature of the game. The game also featured multiple corners, with Lazio earning numerous opportunities to capitalize, yet unable to convert any into goals. In the broader context of Serie A, the implications of this draw are significant. Both teams are vying for European football next season, and every point is critical as the season nears its conclusion. Lazio and Roma remain in contention, but the stalemate reflects the competitive nature of the league this year. The match could serve as a turning point in both teams' campaigns as they look to regain momentum in the final stretch of the season. Meanwhile, in a related development, Sassuolo has officially secured promotion back to Serie A after a season in Serie B. Following a string of impressive performances including a decisive derby victory against Modena. Sassuolo's return is a testament to their resilience and determination. The team under coach Fabio Grosso dominated the lower division, marking a remarkable comeback after 11 consecutive years in the top flight. This promotion adds another layer of excitement to the Serie A landscape where competition for positions is fierce. As the season continues, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely. The implications of each match are profound, with teams fighting not only for pride but for a place in European competitions. The balance of power in Serie A is shifting, and with several matches left to play, the excitement is far from over. The Lazio vs Roma draw serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of football, where every game has the potential to alter the trajectory of a season. As teams gear up for their next challenges, the coming weeks promise to be thrilling for players and fans alike, with anticipation building around who will ultimately secure their spot in European competitions for the next season.